Okay, we're gonna do a fun video. What kind of fun? Because the topic is my favorite current pop singers. So I did a female and a male. Like I said, just fun, but like kind of fun because I'm gonna start with business and then hop into, I wouldn't necessarily call it pleasure, but just like daily life. Which work is and business is daily life too. So people have inquired and reached out with concern because they heard that Emma McKeon attempted suicide today after the libels and falsehoods about her personal life propagated and initiated. So the rumors initiated with Swim and their commenters and Swimming World and their commenters. And so she's doing okay. She got medical attention. Yeah, we'll leave it kind of at that. Thank you for reaching out in concern. She's doing better. And we kind of came up with, when people are suicidal, having been some, I cut myself when I was younger, and sometimes I rephrase it as cutting myself or attempting suicide. She expressed gratitude that she had a biographer who had gone through similar life things. Mine was like, I was like a preteen, so it was like 12 or 13. So it was a while ago, but still I can fathom kind of the motivations for not wanting to be alive, especially when people are trying to portray her having sex with people she's, and touching people she's never touched it or even interacted with in person. So it's a very serious matter. We came up with one of the best ways. I've received counseling in a suicidal state more recently, it was like 2019, from psychologists that were part of the police force. They sent police officers and psychologists, and one thing they did was, what are your goals, your dreams? And so Emma McKeon came up with a beautiful plan, and she's targeting competing at every Summer Olympic Games in pool swimming from now through 2040. So that's 2024, 2028, 2032, 2036, and 2040. So 5 more. So yeah, she has her head on straight. She's thinking clearly. It's really great. And so for those who want to see her swim, don't worry about it when people are spreading additional lies in the future, because it's America, and America likes to originate those kind of rumors. It's just lies. And she's really particularly looking forward to the 2032 Summer Olympic Games that are to be held in her home country of Australia. So that's the business. She's doing better. Okay. So moving on to lighter topics, depending on where you are at life. But yeah, so I guess there's actually a moral here. If you're in that state, seek help. But if you're stubborn like me, think of your dreams, come up with goals, whether you achieve them or not. So whether she goes to all of those Olympic Games or not, she has a goal and a path, at least a preliminary path forward. For me, it was pursuing material science and engineering. That's what got me out. And literally, my immediate action plan was to email a professor in material science and engineering. That day I got those police officers and psychologists, I actually wrote the email that day and sent it. Or I wrote it and sent it the next day, kind of thing. So think of your long-term goals and then come up with something actionable to get you out of that negative space. But first off, seek help. I'm not a professional, but I'm just saying what worked for me. Okay, happiness. Ava Max. So this is the female who has some good songs. I'm gonna so music has been, to put it quite bluntly, crap recently. And so I'm gonna provide actually some of the songs I like. And yeah. So, and I'll put links in the video description to the music videos on YouTube if they're on YouTube. So that if you're interested, you can. So my favorite song by her currently is Salt. My second favorite song by her, this changes like as I listen to songs more and stuff like that, and just kind of the where aspect of a song kind of changes. So then number 2 is Maybe You're the Problem. Very, very relevant when dealing with people who are like publishing falsehoods about oneself. Well, it's not maybe, it's they are the problem. Then the third one is the motto. I'm going to link to, so there's an official video and then there's an official drag video. So I actually enjoy watching drag. My aunt is a lesbian and she actually used to be part of productions and shows and as part of the LGBT community. And I got to go and like see the costumes and stuff. And so I actually enjoy and I greatly respect and appreciate the community of drag. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up something kind of related to the business topic. So one of the people who published libels and slanders in video format and in written format, his name is Coleman Hodges, and I call him he. He is a transsexual and a transgender. He started in a woman's body, and he has since gone through all of the sexual operations, so and hormone therapy and stuff like that to become a man. So he used to be she, but transitioned. And transsexual is where one replaces one's sexual reproduction parts. So he used to have, Coleman Hodges used to have a uterus and a vagina, and he got that changed, like the ovaries removed and stuff like that, and a penis added. That's transsexual, is the physical, he went through the change as well. So he's been publishing, and this is part of why I think my personal life has been targeted a little bit, like if the orcas, if nothing else, being stolen from here, is I was with my Korean friend in Hollywood, on the Hollywood Boulevard, and we had just seen Zoe Saldana's Hollywood Star. I even took a picture of it, and this was in July 2018. And my friend, she's Korean and she's really proud of being Korean. So she kind of said something like that. And he was a street performer. He was up in drag. So he was being very vocal and kind of not flamboyant, just vocal about how he had gone through this big transition. And he was putting on a drag show and a performance on the street on Hollywood Boulevard. And my friend brought up she was Korean and he is very anti-Asian. And so he called her C-U-N-T. I'm not going to say it. It's a really rude word. And went after her about how she's less than human because the only true Asians are Japanese. And everybody who's not... so obviously he's a neo-Nazi. And so why do I say he's targeted me specifically in my personal life? Because he called her a C-U-N-T and started to physically charge her. And I had to get in between them. I physically stepped in between him and he hit me. In public, there's documentation, and yeah, so he doesn't like me, needless to say. And so why do I bring that up? Because the motto is in drag, and this is an example of good drag, like not the neo-Nazi types that go out and physically assault people who are like, I am going to take a stand against hate crimes and hate specifically against Asians, and then I get hit. I wouldn't change what happened. Like, it did happen. It's called accepting reality. So yeah, and so there's good drag in the world, and this is kind of an example of good drag. Is there anything else? Yeah, if I ever do, I said before I defected from the United States of America, if I ever do move away, and especially if I move to someplace like Australia or Norway or something like that, I'm not leaving because I retire, or if I'm moving with someone else retires. I'm leaving because I do not feel safe in this country because of people like Coleman Hodges, because of the people who are publishing libels and escalating that. My parents, I live in my parents' house. They have asked me to lock the door because they are so afraid of being physically assaulted by people like Coleman Hodges. It has rocked this house, the level of abuse, physical and otherwise, that these people have continued to propagate. So, if I ever leave the United States of America, don't worry, it's nothing simple. Like, I don't know why someone would say, like, retirement. That's just clinically crazy. No, it's because I don't feel safe here. In the place I am leaving and moving to, I feel safe and secure in. It means if I ever move, wherever I move, that kind of thing. It means it is greater than the United States of America. this story. That's how riled up this song gets me. The motto, us stand for justice. Okay. All right. And then the fourth favorite song, Sweet But Psycho. I heard this one in Scotland, and there was this couple that was out, and the man started kind of like along with it, and the lady he was out with got like really uncomfortable, and I just thought it was hilarious. It's like, oh yeah, there's female psychopaths too. Yeah. So that's the first one. That's Ava Max. And then the next one is George Ezra. And my favorite song is Green Green Grass. So I was actually online and I saw it the day it came out, like it premiered on YouTube. I didn't see the premiere, but I was like within a few hours of the premiere, like single digits hours within the premiere, which was really cool. I think it was a YouTube recommendation. I was like, dang, YouTube's on fire with their recommendations. 2 thumbs up, YouTube. And it's a really great song. I love the music video. I'll link it in the video description. This like got me thinking about like, I said I retired from pool swimming, and like, I mean it, but like songs like this is just like so feel good. I'm like, I've received feedback since I posted a number of videos talking about, there was the pool quitting, I'm quitting pool swimming because blank. There was the I'm not swimming in Ireland. There was the reiterating that I've retired in a recent video. This has got me thinking, maybe I won't retire. And especially if I do move someplace like Australia, or someplace else in the world, where I feel safe and secure. If I move someplace like that, if I were to, like, maybe part of what's just really wrong with swimming culture is the United States of America. And so if I do, because I've received feedback since posting those videos about, we don't want you to quit, like maybe it's just where you're at. I agree, maybe it is just where I'm at. So if I do move to a place like Australia or something wild like that, and that would be wild, I will start pool swimming. I will come out of retirement. I will revert on my decision to quit and retire from pool swimming because I was narrow-minded and didn't think it through of maybe I'm just literally in the physically wrong place. So I'm saying that was immature of me. And the mature version is start up again. It doesn't have to be the day I move, right? It could be a little while. But if it's the right place, why not get back in the pool? So that's how much impact a good song can have, and that's how much I like this. This is like the jive that's been like, if I ever do return to pool swimming, you can thank George Ezra, the song Green Green Grass, and the music video where it's lesbian life partners pulling a heist in a restaurant and taking away the money. Yeah, so that's a jam. All right, up next is Budapest. This is oddly enough probably the biggest single song, like, hit in my lifetime that's propagated all kind of aspects of society. It's a love song, but it's not really a love song, but it's a love song about like if you truly love someone, you'd leave everything you have in your life for that person. Which if someone actually loves someone, yeah, that's valid. Fair and potentially even to be expected. All right, next one is Blame It On Me. It's kind of like the end of the spectrum opposite, maybe you're the problem, is Blame It On Me. So I kind of like the pairing of Ava Max and George Ezra. They kind of balance each other out. And then up last is Shotgun. I love yellow and green, and I love that color scheme, and this actually addresses that. And it's a upbeat song, but really it's like yellow and green thing. So that is my favorite current pop singers too. And again, those songs as they're ranked, that can change with time, but it's meant to be right now because this is what it is right now. There we go.